I've also heard you speak about the fact that as Jews, we're not just meant to be possessing the land of Israel, but actually the message of Judaism is meant to permeate the entire world. And it's obviously not enough as part of God's plan for us simply to transform one tiny sliver of land, holy as it may be. But the ideas of Judaism have to get to the whole world. Therefore, in that light, I wanted to get your response to this quote from Israel activist Rudy Rochman, who was saying that a Jew outside of Israel is like a fish outside of water. He posted this, I think, on Twitter. Some fish can hold their breaths longer than others, but all fish eventually suffocate or get swallowed by predators if they do not return home. And I know there's many people, both religious Jews, but just Zionists generally, who believe that it's so critical for Jews to live in Israel and to move back and to make Aliyah. I wondered what your reaction was to his words.
Well, there is one other option. Outside of Israel, you're like a fish outside of water, unless you can dig a well and bring up some water wherever you are. So, yeah, we need to be in water. But why is water only in Israel? So, if you're outside of Israel, but you're digging wells and you're bringing water to the surface that is potable, then you're making the whole world into a water. Even in Israel, the Jews who are there need to dig some wells.
Hmm.
You know, there can be a drought in Israel too.
It's not all inherently holy.
It is, but the actions of the people in it don't match. So everybody living in Israel really is obligated to see to it that Israel becomes a more holy place, appropriate to the land. So you might say living in Israel today is not coming home and retiring. Living in Israel today is part of the challenge.
Do you believe that Jews have a religious obligation to move to Israel if they can, if things are, amenable to that, or do you think they should be trying to pursue their Jewish communities and beyond in the diaspora?
Most Jews should do what they need to do wherever they find themselves. So the Jews in Israel should make Israel holier. The Jews in America should make America holier. There are some Jews that need to relocate. They got to find their proper place. Sometimes it means leaving Israel. You're more effective outside than you are inside. So wherever we are, we need to make the world more godly.
Is there not a particular mitzvah to go and live in Israel?
It's not clear. You mean today,
Today,
under
yeah,
these
or
circumstances?
not just under these circumstances, but also is it considered generally? I know a lot of even the great sages of prior centuries try to make their way to Israel.
Yet not all of them did. Not all of them made it.
But I'm asking, is it something that is a mitzvah to do?
Not as a mitzvah as obligation. I don't think so. to enjoy the holiness of the land, that's tempting.
And what does it mean when, I don't know whether it's the Rambam, I can't remember who said that basically you're not really fulfilling the mitzvahs properly unless you do them inside of Israel? What does that mean?
Well, if Israel was really Israel, as Israel is meant to be, then Israel wouldn't need the mitzvah to elevate it. And then you would be doing the mitzvah just for God himself.
Hmm.
Outside of Israel, part of every mitzvah is to make the place a little holier, to clean out the mess, to lighten the darkness, to sweeten the poison. And that's not really the purpose of mitzvahs. So that's what it means you're not doing it properly.
Hmm.
You're doing the mitzvah as a cure, an antidote to the unholiness. Well, Torah is not meant to be an antidote. It's meant to be observed and practiced where there is no obstruction to godliness.
And therefore, what is
So
it if not an antidote?
closeness to God. Like after Mashiach comes. We'll be doing mitzvahs, but not to fix the world. The world will be fixed. Then we will do the mitzvahs for the ultimate reason, which is the sheer pleasure of serving God.
So will that mean at that time all the land will be holy? That like Israel won't be holier than other places?
Maybe holier, but every place will be holy. Just as Jerusalem is holier than Tel Aviv.
And what is it that makes the land of Israel holy? Is it just the fact that God's presence is more accessible there, or is there something God infused in this land that other lands don't have?
If I'm not mistaken, the entire globe was created from Israel, beginning with Israel. So Israel was the prototype of a holy land, which all other lands are meant to become.
Hi, thank you so much for watching. To watch another one, click here. To stay up to date with all our content, click here to subscribe. And if you're able to, you can help support JTV to grow and grow by clicking join below this video, where you can become a member and get perks including early access to videos and private live discussions with me. But most of all, you'll be partnering with us on our mission to change the world.